Hi, this is Casey here with Top Form Design. We are going to go over the install of the adjuster fixed. So here are the parts that come with the adjuster fixed. This allows you to install the handlebars 3 inches closer to you in a fixed position. Comes with 2 wrenches, two button head screws, and 2 cap head screws that you'll use for the install. Let's get into it. So first we want to take off the Velcro strap. Careful with this cord, all right? And we are going to loosen the 4 button head screws that are stock on the Peloton in these positions here using the 5mm provided wrench. Oftentimes it is easier to remove these bolts if you take some of the weight off this end, and it's much easier to get out. Now we have seen where these bolts are seized in here, and in order to get those out, there's 2 options. You can either use an end wrench like this to get some leverage on it, but the best method is an impact drill. It hammers that, so it'll take that, get it unseized, and you got to get just hammer it out, and it'll come right out, just like that. So once you have all your bolts removed, you can lift your monitor and handlebars up and out of the column here. Now there's 2 ways to do this. You can either move a table close to you. We're going to install the adjuster fixed on the table, or you can set it on the floor close to your bike without removing the plugs. If you don't feel comfortable with that, you can remove the plugs. There's a little clip here you need to lift up and away to remove it, and then pull the plugs out. I'm going to set it here on my workbench. Alright, once you get your monitor on a soft surface as to not damage the screen, you're going to install the adjuster fixed. And so there are 2 bolt holes here. In this slot here, there's 2 bolt holes that are going to line with the 2 bolt holes on your column here, your stem. So you'll slide that on and over. And the 2 socket head cap screws go in these 2 holes here. It's a little difficult to see, but in that slot hole. And sometimes it is easier to get these on the end of your wrench like this and align them in there and just get them started. Don't tighten them all the way yet, just get them started. And then the 2 provided button head cap screws that we gave you are going to go in the 2 side holes here. Just hand start them, no need to tighten them just yet. Once you got them hand started, you can go ahead and tighten. Now it is a little tight and difficult to get to these bolts in here, so you can use this part of the end wrench, or it's a lot easier to go to this longer portion and use a little cheater open end wrench. Doesn't matter if you got one at home, anything with a hole in it, and you can go and just get some torque on those. Just tighten them up. Those are tight. And then the 5mm end wrench for the button heads. Tighten those up. Now you're ready to install on the bike. Lift your handlebar assembly up and slide her down into the column. Just like that. Now using the 4 existing bolts that you already pulled out, the Peloton provided bolts, these are the ones that came with the bike, you are going to hand start your 4 bolts. Once you've gotten your bolts all hand started, you can start to snug up. Let's snug up these 2 front ones first. It pulls it flush with your surface here. Sometimes it's easier to take some weight off this front end as well. Once you have your 4 bolts snug, you can go ahead and put your strap back on. Make sure you have slack in here in case you have the TFD pivot. You're good to go. These may require snugging after a couple rides just because they'll seat. There's no maintenance really on this. Pulls you 3 inches closer to you and more comfortable ride.